When I take off the suit, people say that I don't look like what they expected. Hi, I'm Tom DePetrillo, and I am the creator of the world's tallest Gundam cosplay. I started at a young age, and I loved making costumes. At Halloween, I would make 2 costumes. So after I went out and collected all the good candy, I stripped off that costume, I had another costume, and I went back to the best houses to hit them up because they had the best candy. I was at a bar one time, dressed as Satan, and somebody said, "You're really good looking, why don't you get up and compete?" And then I won best, and I was like, $300! And most importantly, everyone cheered for me. And I really loved that rush of the crowd cheering for me. That's where I was at until I discovered the cosplay world. I got to discover a community of people who loved the same things I loved, and so I went to New York Anime Fest. I came there in a 9.5-foot tall Bumblebee costume. It was an amazing reaction. At least 10,000 people at once lined up and started cheering for me. I realized that making costumes was my life's passion. So I spoke to my wife and I said, I want to sell off our stable, reliable income, and instead I want to make costumes for a living. And she said all the things that one would expect your wife to say. I started making things for people. And I started getting more and more money, and I had to hire more people. And we've continued to grow since that point, to the point that now we have a warehouse and a bunch of super talented artists who work on making some of the world's greatest costumes. We work with clients like Newegg, Chevy, Hasbro, Bandai, and I get paid to not only make these amazing things, but I get paid to travel the world. Here, I want to show you guys a little bit about what we got going on. Oh, that's the little shoe. This is more like what a shoe is to me. Sewing area, the electronics area. This is our 3D printing area and vinyl cutting, and next is going to be resin printing. This is one of the fun gimmicks we've got. I put a fist on this thing, and it's a piston fist. As the fingers move, and I love that. This is Big Bot. Unbelievably cool. You can see from the size of the hands that he's just enormous. I am super proud of this bad boy. See how that curls back? See that? Huh? Stay. We painted him to have weathering and dirt, so I'm never really sure what's really dirt and what we just pretended was dirt. This is a small fraction of my tape. Who doesn't need 700 feet in chrome trim? The Gundam, because it's the coolest cosplay in the entire world. When I got the contract from Bandai, I asked them to send me the 3D models. Instead, they sent me the world's best toy. This is the primary source about how me and my team dissected this toy and then reproduced this at exactly 10 foot 3 inches tall and made it walk around and come to real life. From this point that I signed a contract with the Gundam people and actually had it walk out was 14 weeks. But when it walked out, it wasn't done because I wasn't satisfied with the level of detailing. We went back in and added a ton more detail. The one that you see here represents, I don't know, at least 5 months of continuous work. We were able to make something that moves better than any other giant costume in the entire world. And we did it with a level of exactness to the toy that we've never been able to touch on. And I'm incredibly proud of that. When I spoke to Bandai, and I made them a ridiculous list of promises about what I could do for them, one of those promises was that I would make them the world's tallest Gundam cosplay. And standing there at 10 foot 3 inches is the world's largest. Winning a Guinness World Records title has been one of the most exciting things I've ever done in my entire life. And I brag about that every place I go. When I was a child and I used to read the Guinness World Records book, I remember thinking to myself, I could do that. If you try hard enough, if you work hard enough, you could do it. I know I'm living proof that anyone could do.